All right, guys. This is DJ Wolf Live. There's one, no joke, there's one four-letter word that I hate more than the F's, more than the B's, which is actually five, more than the S's, more than A's, that's three, is the four-letter word of snow. It's the one four-letter word that I truly cannot stand. So I spent the last 2 days digging myself out. And I'm like, oh my God, to get to work and all that. It's a mess. Now, here in the DMV, because they're not used, and it's true, they're not used to getting the snow a lot. When it gets snow down here, it's like an earthquake here. People are like, oh man, we got prepared for that snow because that snow, boy, I tell you, if you get an inch from it, we in trouble, which is true. Because there are people here that don't know how to drive the snow. Literally. I think I told the story before, I tell it again. I was on Route 202, uh, I was just getting off work. And really, before I got to 202, down here in the DMV, they shut down a lot of roads. Sulu Parkway was completely shut down, and there were parts of Beltway they shut down. It was so bad, and I was almost on E. I couldn't get to the gas stations out there, and they shut down parts of Pennsylvania Avenue. I said, "Let me get on home, try to get home." And I was on 202, and this one guy, this old Pontiac, was speed past me in all that snow, and that snow was thick too. He ran. He was going so fast. He ran his ass into a ditch. I hope he was okay. And I saw other people just abandon their cars and start walking home. I was like, I'm not walking home. So I got home. Some day 5 hours later, I left my work at 3. I think it was like 3:30, something like that. I got home almost 10 o'clock. Ridiculous. I have never seen traffic so bad my entire life. And like, man, I don't want to go through it no more. You know, because this weather here can't be treacherous when it is this bad, even if it's just 1 inch of snow. Because people don't know how to drive it. They really don't. You know, they don't take the time. They're doing all kinds of speeds, various speeds. They don't care. You know, and it's already treacherous enough, especially if you don't have a four-wheel drive. Even if you got a four-wheel drive, I've seen people have problems driving in snow in four-wheel drives. I happened at the time I had a four-wheel drive. And I got through it. Somehow I got through it. I didn't get stuck. Yeah, and there were bigger SUVs at that, and they got stuck in the snow. I didn't get stuck once. I just trudged right on through. And I had a smaller SUV at that. You know, so it's not how big the vehicle is; it's how well you drive in the vehicle, and that's the main thing, dude. I ain't need nobody doing all that. So that's where it comes right down to it. All right, what if you are in a snowstorm or in the snow, man, just make sure you're careful. Make sure you have everything that you need. Matter of fact, one thing my mother suggested me several years ago, and she's right. Keep yourself plenty of water in your car. Not necessarily for the radiator, but for yourself, so you can stay hydrated, especially if you ain't got no food. And she made a really one of the most smartest suggestions I've heard. And she was right. You should do that. You should really keep water in your car for various reasons, you know. And I've been doing it ever since. So be prepared out here. Speaking of being prepared, I watched the Commanders game on Sunday, this past Sunday, where they actually just bounced the Cowboys. They final score was 23-17 or something like that. But they had to take Daniels out of the game. Um, say he had mild something to do with his legs or something. I don't remember exactly what the story was. but he was out the first half. They put Mariota in there. He completely dismantled the Cowboys. Yeah. Great game, and I think we need to use a little bit more of him in these playoffs. We're gonna need him. You know, I'll say that. But I'm looking forward to seeing them play Tampa Bay on Sunday. It's going to be a test because Tampa Bay, to be honest, is no joke. They're definitely a threat. They have a very good offensive threat. Uh, that is something that the Commanders have been up against, but they did. The Commanders lost one of the first games of the season. Then. But I think they're a much better team than they when it started. So they have a good chance of winning this game as a result of that. Um, but one thing I will say, and a lot of people are saying, not just me, is that the defense is going to have to step up to the occasion like never before because they've been letting the offense ride into these wins. Nothing wrong with that, except you need the defense to hold the line down against the opposing offense. And unless you're doing that, it's going to be a struggle for you the rest for the most of the game. So we need to count on the defense guys because Tampa Bay's offense looked pretty daggone good. They look really good, so we can't slack. But I'm looking forward to it. Also, man, it's weather. It gets you down at times, man. Now, I talked about recently, buying these, what they call, their backing guitars. They're wonderful. I said, and I didn't realize they're fairly new. I didn't know how I realized I knew they were until I bought them. That I went to the CES, which is the Consumer Electronics Show. They have every year in Vegas. I would love to go to one of those. I really would. I'd love to be a fly on the wall for those because they got so much new stuff coming out. The Liber, I forgot. The Liberlite, or whatever we call it. But anyway, the new guitar, the Liber, I keep remembering that. Oh, Liber Live. The Liber Live, which means liberate. The Liber Live guitar is was prominently presented at the CES. And I actually recently got one. And I can tell you, I love it. My wife is really impressed by it. I'm impressed by it because it does play like a real guitar to me. Although they say it's a toy, it's not a toy. And I make a slight comparison with GarageBand. I mean, not GarageBand. Guitar Hero. Guitar Hero, you strum when it gets to the chord. All right. Like in other words, it zooms by. These colors they zoom by, and then you hit the chord. You know, to me, it's not the same. It's definitely different. But when you're doing something like a Liber Live guitar, you're actually playing chords to a song, and you're singing the song like on top of that. And it gives you an option to create and write your own songs. You know, I love it. But the Guitar Hero, the actual music is playing with the actual singers, singing the song, the original part, and you just strum every time you get to a specific chord. So it is a difference, but the Liber Live is actually has more freedom. You have a lot more freedom than you do with a Guitar Hero or anything like that. The only problem I've had with it is the price. The price is the thing that kind of like drives me nuts. I'm like, why is it so much? You know, I bought mine, so they got somewhat of a discount. Not the one I would like to have had, but I love it. I love everything about it. But it strums like a real guitar to me. I'm sorry, and I've owned guitars. I've played regular guitars before, but like they said, for most people, it ain't. People who are actual actual guitar enthusiasts, aren't going to be doing all that with that. they want to be able to strum and play a real guitar, and I get that because I actually want another real guitar, which was one I was going to get the Anya. Don't worry, why I forgot to go SP1 something like that. Nova. I love that. I want that. You know. But I'm thinking about, well, anyway, I'm thinking about getting it because it's a brilliant guitar. It has a lot of smart features to it, and it's a real guitar. You can play with or without the apps. It has tons of features. You know, it's actually cheaper than my Aeroband, right? And I'm not even sure about that at this point. I may switch up to Aeroband and get that. For me, it's a great way for me to get back to doing my music, which is what I seek to do for years and years and years. So I gotta turn the heat off here. But this is the new year, guys and gals, and I want to say this: um, we need to start on the right foot here. We got a chance to make things right again. You know, whether it be getting into a new hobby or to a new job, or making amends with family, or at least attempt to anyway. Making up with friends from lost time. You know, re-engaging with your children. Hundreds of things that you can do to do a fresh start on right now. Going back to the gym, which is what I need to do. Slacking on it. I might do that this weekend. I need to bad. We all have. Oh, hey, Greater. Oh, I can't read it because I got time right now. But that's all I got to say about it, though. But there's just so much you can do in the new year, man, for yourself, for your health, for your family, man. You know, and there isn't a better way to start than start the new year off right, man. Start with love. You know, start anew, start fresh. Start all over. That's all I got, guys and gals. This is DJ Wolf. I got more to say in another podcast.